Hello and welcome back to Silvia's Health Hints for expats, tourists and abroad students. Today I would like to talk about date rape drugs. This time I will translate it also in German because I would like that also the people who are from Germany and watch these videos understand what I am talking about. So in German it's called K.O.-Tropfen. As a doctor who works with abroad students, unfortunately I see quite often patients, most of them are female, victims of sexual assault or abuse after being drugged. Some of them after waking up see that there was some rape, there was some sex. Others don't know, but they suspect that it could be, or just really don't know, which is very heavy psychologically. Sometimes it's even worse to not know than to know exactly. That's why I think it is very important to talk about this. I think that after my video, when you have this information, you should also inform our fellow students, our friends, and just talk about this. Because this is a problem which is unfortunately common, especially in cities where a lot of students, abroad students, and a lot of tourists. What are date rape drugs? Date rape drugs are all types of substances that can be used to make rape or sexual assault easier. Also, alcohol can be and is often used this way. The most known date rape drug is GHB, gamma hydroxybutyrate, which is a depressant in the central nervous system. Then also some psychotropic drugs like benzodiazepines, like for example diazepam, or ketamine, which is used in veterinary medicine and urgent care as a painkiller and anesthetic, and many other substances. The effect is individual and it's unpredictable, and is almost always intensified by the use of alcohol. But also alcohol alone can be used as a date rape drug. Getting a date rape drug can be also potentially dangerous for the health of a person, of the victim, in presence of certain health conditions, or if this person is taking other drugs for some pathologies, and these date rape drugs are interfering with these medications. The problem of most of the date rape drugs is that it's almost impossible to taste them in the drink. Who are the victims? Most of the victims are young women, abroad students or tourists, but also men can be victims of a date rape drug. Most are foreign persons, as they are more open and for many reasons more vulnerable while they are abroad. Where does it happen? So very often in clubs and discotheques, but also on private parties and on dates. Who are the offenders? It's not necessarily, they are not necessarily locals. It can be other foreign people, or even our fellow students. Also this, unfortunately, with my patients happened that one of my patients has been raped after being drugged by her colleagues. How can you recognize that you got a date rape drug? The GHB makes very quickly an effect. It's around 10 to 20 minutes. The symptoms are euphoria, that you feel like super happy, feeling really super well. Then arrives nausea, dizziness, and a sudden tiredness and fatigue, which is really not more than the normal fatigue or tiredness. So this is an effect you feel. All these symptoms, if you know about them, you are able to recognize them in time. The effect comes, like I said, after 10 to 20 minutes and can last for some hours. After, the victims normally fall asleep, and the bad thing is that they cannot remember anything. This is for two reasons bad. First, because they live in the uncertainty what happened to me, and also because they maybe cannot say who it was who drugged them. What should you do if you suspect to be drugged? So if you notice any of these symptoms, but anything that is a little bit strange, that you feel like really strange, the most important thing is to seek for help, to reach out for help immediately. Because the most important thing is that in this situation you are not, you don't stay alone, but that you need to tell someone. So if you are, for example, in a discotheque, in a bar, go to someone of the staff, tell that you don't feel good, ask them to call, for example, the ambulance or the police or whatever. If you are out with other people, ask your friends, tell your friends that you don't feel good, tell them to stay with you, to be always with you, and eventually to bring you back home. You can also, if you can also call the emergency number by yourself. You should always know the emergency number of the country you are. If you are in a private place, it's more or less the same situation. If you came alone, call the emergency number, leave this place, call friends, tell them to pick you up, or to come to this place. Because it depends a little bit if you trust the people who invited you. If you are on a date, I always recommend, for example, a first date with someone, to do it in a public place, to do it in a restaurant, in a cafe, in a bar somewhere, or in a public place. It's already something strange if someone for the first date invites you in a place which is out of the town or at home with a person. It's a little bit strange. If you go out in a group, you should talk about these things, and you should always take care of each other. You should also monitor. You should also look and watch the other persons you went out with, and to notice as quick as possible if someone gets symptoms who are suspected for being drugged. To drug someone with a date rape drug is a crime and should absolutely and always be reported to the authorities. The drug can be detected in the blood for only a short time. This is a problem. What happened a lot is that, for example, I get my patients the day after or even 2 days after, and then it's too late to make a blood work. So if something like this happens, if you have any slight suspect that something like this could happen, you should go, and at this point, because very often it's during the night, on weekend, you should go to the emergency room, say what happened, and ask for a drug test. Because only this way you have a chance then, if you report this to the police, to be successful. So you should how to prevent it. I mean, that's what I already said. You should always, if you go out with in a group, you should always ask the friends to watch you and watch your friends. So you will notice immediately if something is going wrong. You should always, if you are in a bar or in a discotheque, you should always buy the drinks by yourself and never leave the drink alone and unwatched. If you don't know if eventually something happened, it's better to leave the drink and buy another one. And you shouldn't accept drinks for free from persons you don't know, sometimes even from the one you know. You shouldn't accept dates at home. This I already told, but you should it's much better, it's recommended to meet in the beginning the person in a public place where other people are, where you can seek for help. What to do if you have been drugged and raped and don't know what happened? I mean, like I already told you, you should go as fast as possible to the emergency room to do the drug test, because otherwise, after some hours, the drug won't be anymore detectable in the blood. But then you can also go the next day or the following days. I think that the best way is to go to your English-speaking family doctor you have for your stay in, for example, in Italy. And you should ask also for psychological support. If there are signs of sexual abuse, you should do an STD test and eventually also a pregnancy test. What is very, very important is that you talk to other people about this, because you shouldn't feel guilty. It's not that you have been stupid or you failed or you did something wrong. Unfortunately, it happens, and it can happen to anybody. And it's really important that you also inform your family at home. They should know. They won't be angry. They won't blame you for this. But it's in this moment where you are suffering so much psychologically, it's very important that you have all the support of your family and maybe also of your friends at home, which are long-term friends, which are different friends that the friends you made abroad. And this is very important. And really share this video with other students, with other colleagues, with friends. Pay attention, take care one of each other, have fun, have a lot of fun, go to parties, go out, fall in love, do everything, but take care of you, pay attention. Then you can avoid that something happens that will be a really bad and sad memory of your abroad stay. I thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful, and I hope to see you next week for the next video. Ciao.